Bad news, poor people of the United States. The Republican Party is going to make sure that you continue to suffer. As part of their debt ceiling negotiations, if you can even call them debt ceiling negotiations, Republicans, led by House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, are pushing for even stricter work requirements for federal food stamp beneficiaries and Medicaid beneficiaries, which means if you don't make enough money to be able to afford food for your family, or you don't make enough money or qualify for health insurance here in the United States, and you have to get government subsidies, government programs to provide you with food and health care, Republicans want to make it a little bit harder for you to get those things. This plan, according to estimates, would kick 10 million people off of the SNAP program, the federal food stamp program. 10 million people would be kicked off of it. And by the way, 4 million of those would be children. Children who, by the way, can't work, but you're still punishing the kids, now sending them to bed, sending them to school hungry, all because why? See, that's the point that nobody ever asked these Republicans. Why? Why does it bother you? I know Matt Gaetz recently, and he's one of the people pushing this program very hard for stricter work requirements, even though, for the record, 74% of SNAP beneficiaries have worked in the last year, 63% of Medicaid beneficiaries are currently working. So most of these people are already working. But you got people like Matt Gaetz that came out and recently in a speech and called these people, he referred to them as couch potatoes. That's what he said. Couch potatoes. So he is carrying on the Reagan legacy of demonizing low-income Americans. For what? For why? Like, what do you have to gain out of that, Matt Gaetz? I live in your district, man. You don't think you got poor people here? You don't think you've got a buttload of people on Medicaid and food stamps? If not, you haven't spent enough time in this district. And you're going to sell these people down the river just because you want to stick it to the poor people. For what? What's in it for you? What do you have to gain? Because you're not going to win any votes going hard against poor people. You could lose some, so that's what I don't understand, because none of it makes any sense. But this is what Republicans are. The cruelty is the point. I can only assume at this point that people like Kevin McCarthy, who is the Republican leader that is leading the charge to push this, that they somehow enjoy watching poor people suffer. They somehow like to see children who don't have enough food to eat. That is the only conclusion I can come to, because these federal programs are not bankrupting us as a country. We're not wasting money letting poor people get medical care and food, but they want to cut it anyway. Because again, I don't know. Unless the only point is because they can only feel pleasure from making other people suffer. Other than that, I come up empty, and I have no idea why Republicans just hate low-income people so much. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.